Well, welcome back. Well, it's been a little bit of a stormy afternoon. As promised, rain and storms moving on through. Most activity staying well below severe levels. And fortunately, yeah, there's been heavy rainfall, but things are moving along nicely. So let's get over to the key wall. And let me just back it up and kind of show you the hour-by-hour forecast as you look at your weather app. This is exactly what the weather apps will tell you, just about each and every weather app. We take the weather app and we edit the data, but not hour by hour. That's just too much work. It's going down the rabbit's hole. But you can see the model going for pretty decent rain chances on and off throughout the night. Fair bit of rain, but not a whole lot of rain showing up here. But that doesn't mean we can't catch another couple of inches of rain. It's going to be kind of a rainy night. I think the rains die down later tonight, and then they pick up first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll go with a 90% chance tonight, 80% early tomorrow, and by mid to late tomorrow afternoon, I think we're going to see some sunshine. It should be quieter. Rain chances again on Friday, but should be lower than what we're expecting for tomorrow and what we expected for today. You can see the big mesoconvective complex moving across the area, but not looking too strong. Bigger one out in the Gulf of Mexico, and we see new ones developing in Mexico and in eastern Texas. And this is the next batch of energy that's going to come in on the wake of this complex. So we could have more storms developing late tonight, say 3-4 in the morning, and then moving on through during the morning hours. So it could be another busy shift for Daniel Phillips on GMA or anybody that's got to get out first thing tomorrow morning, which is just about everybody else. So back to the west, we have severe thunderstorm watches up to the north and west. Tornado watches there. Severe thunderstorm watch on the other side of the basin into Mississippi, but that's till 9 p.m. tonight. But we're not expecting a whole lot of severe weather at this point because it looks like the strongest storms are right now moving through eastern portions of Acadiana. Still can't rule out severe weather for St. Mary Parish. And you can see some of the heavier rain still raining pretty good across St. Landry Parish. Heavier storms up toward Alexandria, dry prong on northward, not so dry right now, and north of the Marksville area, north of Avoyles Parish. And the rains are looking to taper right along I-10 to very light stuff, Crowley to Lafayette shortly. And then you can see some of the heavier activity down towards St. Mary Parish. Pretty hefty cell here between Jeanerette and Franklin. Let's just do a quick look here, do some storm tracking, see if the Doppler is tracking any kind of rotation or hail. At this point, no. And for the most part, been looking at velocity data as well off of Power Doppler 3. Not showing major couplets here, but we can put it in motion just to see what things look like. There's some gusty winds for sure, probably 40-mile-per-hour winds, but nothing that looks super organized. But we'll watch that area as we head through the evening hours. Now, per the Storm Prediction Center, we're still hatched in for a slight risk of severe storms, but I think that slight risk is already east of most of Acadiana. But going into tomorrow, a marginal risk of a few isolated severe storms, damaging winds, hail, the main threat, and much the same for part of Friday. It looks like early in the day on Friday as a frontal trough moves on through. So here's the latest graph model as promised. Activity wanes and dies down a little bit around midnight. Some light rains possible. No storms hugging along the coast, but more activity I think builds back in, kind of like what the graph model is showing us. So it's going to be a wet and stormy Thursday morning, and then things quiet down later Thursday afternoon. And then moving into Friday, we see our frontal trough, but not much rain with it. We're still going to go about a 40% chance of storms. We know better there. After that, drier and feeling much better as we head into the weekend, cooler at night. As for rainfall totals, expect anywhere between a ½ inch to about 2 to 3. Isolated amounts, much more. That hot spot offshore corresponds to 15 inches of rain, so hopefully that stays offshore. 70-year overnight low with 90% chance of rain and storms. Quieter as we get deeper into the evening hours, and mainly maybe before midnight for at least a few hours, but storms developing by daybreak. Again, a stormy start to the day with sunshine, hopefully, fingers crossed, as we head into tomorrow afternoon. As we look at that 10-day forecast, we're looking at much better conditions for this weekend and into early next week, and then maybe more daily downpours, but it's certainly going to get quite humid in the 8 to 10-day period. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up a little later on.